Good evening, everybody. I'm going to read tonight from our Portals of Prayer. The devotion is called Real Power. God's power is limitless. He created everything in the universe just by speaking. He flooded the whole globe for 40 days and 40 nights. He split an entire sea in two for his people to walk to safety. In everything recorded about God in the scriptures, God commanded complete and absolute control over all the creation. If he wanted something done, boom, it happened. Yet for all his mighty deeds and awesome works, there was one act above all the rest that demonstrates his power most fully. And that act was displayed in his son's weakness on the cross. There we find Jesus, the God man, helpless and suffering. But in that suffering is our freedom from our sins. Jesus could have ended his time on the cross whenever he wanted, but he didn't. He chose to bear the full weight of our sins on that cross out of love for us. That's real power. God does not use his power just because he can. He is not aimless in what he does. He uses his power as creator to be our redeemer, our savior from sin. And you'll find no mightier act from God in the scriptures than his son's death on the cross for our lives. And I thought tonight I'll do the Martin Luther's evening prayer. So if we'll bow our head and fold our hands. I thank you, my heavenly Father, through Jesus Christ, your dear Son, that you have graciously kept us this day. And I pray that you would forgive me all my sins where I have done wrong, and graciously keep me this night. For into your hands I commend myself, my body and soul, and all things. Let your holy angel be with me, that the evil foe may have no power over me. Amen.
The power of memory work. I still have that memorized.
Good.
So many years.
And I'll just go right into principals report for this month. So excited. We are at an enrollment of 128 as of today. Probably the first couple of weeks we continue to get new students in, which is wonderful. Just recently, last week, we had a new first grader start. Our pre-K 4 is up to 15, pre-K 3 is up to 6, and then our K 8 enrollment is at 108. So we are really pleased with this year's enrollment. We are still taking enrollment, however, in pre-K 3 and 4, and probably most classes, with the exception of probably third grade and 7th and 8th, we're about at max on those classes, which is wonderful. New to St. James this year, or kind of same face, new place, is Alyssa Collins, is our new administrative assistant in the office. I'm sure many of you have seen and talked with her already. So if you've not, please stop by and say hello. We have a new pre-K 3 aide this year. Miss Taylor Stovall is with us. Her son actually attends here, and he is in third grade. We also have a new kindergarten aide this year, Mrs. Susan Beswick. She comes to us from St. Peter. She was a kindergarten aide over there and then worked at Chatout for years. So she's got a lot of experience behind her. And then Andrea Salo was brought on as a full-time called worker for fourth grade. So this year was our first year we were able to split out third and fourth grade because, again, our third grade class this year has 22. So it's our largest class on campus. And we're really excited about that. This year will be our 172nd year educating students. I'm going to bring up to the board next week about starting plans for our 175th celebration for the church and school. So if anybody likes to plan parties, it's going to be a year-long event. I think we need to plan for 175 years. That's pretty stellar if you ask me. This year, our theme for the school, and this comes down from our district, it is connected, which is around the John 15, verses 1 through 5. So all of our chapels every week will be around this. Every Monday morning we do Monday morning meeting, and our devotions are around this for the students as well. So again, that's connected. If you ever want any more information on that, please let me know. I'd be happy to share that. Before school started, faculty and staff, we had 2 days of meeting and trainings this year. We kind of spread it out rather than jam-packing it into one day. And just a fun fact, we did a little informational quick session. And between our faculty and staff here at St. James, there is 208 years of educational experience. Our teachers and staff have taught within 62 grades in 41 schools. So a lot of experience going on here that is being flowed over into your students. So I was really surprised with that, but it's awesome to see those years of experience. And everybody's under the age of 40. So, okay, nobody got that joke. One thing I want to highlight for parents, we now have a new calendar of events that you can look at. We've been trying to do this for a couple of years. 3 years ago, I tried to do it on the website. We want to make it so where it's not public. So only our parents have access to it. So you can now go into Fast Direct under the Planner tab and go under Mrs. Higgins' calendar, and it will show you all of the events that we have scheduled so far. Midterms, trimester, when the trimester ends, fun events and things like that. All of our drills are going to be on there, so you can look at that. And that is going to be fluid, so we can go in and make changes when we need to if something changes or comes up. So continue to just look at that every once in a while. And then we are really excited. Next week, we have a new event coming to the school. And actually, I think first time in this area, beginning on September 11th, we're going to have a company out of the St. Louis area. It's actually a locally owned. I learned a little bit more about them today because they were here on campus today to check out our facilities and finalize everything. But it's called Apex. And what they do is they combine 4 important skill sets for students, those being education, fitness, leadership, and raising money for the school in a unique school fun runs. So this is a fundraiser for the school, but it also is a 2-week event where every day for 8 to 10 minutes a day, we'll have 3 what they call their athletic leaders on campus, and they'll be going around to each classroom talking about leadership skills, team building skills. It's all based around PBIS, which is the positive behavior intervention. So we're really excited for that. And then that all wraps up on Thursday, the 21st, where parents are invited to attend and encouraged, because we do need some volunteers that day. We will be doing a fun run. So the classes will be broken up, and we'll get that schedule out as well. Hopefully outside, because we hope it'll be nice, but it'll be obstacle courses. They'll be like the blow up obstacle courses. The kids will run laps. There'll be a DJ out there playing music, getting them all hyped up and having fun. But again, it's just a really good way to show them how to fundraise for the school. We are going to be raising it for technology and playground initiatives, and then help them to just build their own leadership skills within their classroom and then overall as well. So we're really excited about that. First year we're ever doing it, so we might work out. But actually, Mrs. Moore's grandkids did this in Wisconsin and said it went really well. So we're excited to be able to bring it here. So mark your calendar, September 21st. We would love to have you on campus. And that's all I have.
Thank you. Thank you. I was going to say have the PTL board introduce ourselves. As far as for anybody new, I don't think anybody new is online. But again, I'm Jenna Crabtree, PTL president. And then we have
Michelle Jacobson, secretary.
And
Kristen Smith, treasurer.
And they both have kiddos. Yours 5th and
5th and 8th.
3K 4 and first.
So, and then we have Cassie as well. She's vice president. She's coaching volleyball tonight, so she hopes to be here. But she's in 3rd grade? 3rd grade now. So she has a daughter in 3rd grade. And we will go down our agenda here. So one of the purposes of the PTL, we work together, both the parents and the teachers, to not do all of the fundraising, but we do sponsor some of the fundraising events as well as support some fun events for the school. And then when we get into the budget, we'll be able to talk a little bit more about what all those funds go to. So we do things like sponsoring to pay for aids, filling the science closet, art supplies, a variety of other ways to support the school financially. And so the school has other various fundraisers that they do, but then we focus on a few core ones for dual purpose, one to raise funds and also for fellowship among the parents and the teachers and working together. So we will support, of course, the Fun Run Day. That's the first event on our agenda, and it is we are going to support by providing snacks and refreshments that day. So one of the things I didn't know, do we need volunteers that day, parent volunteers to hand out snacks, or just something that PTL will financially support? We can kind of figure that out.
We'll need volunteers anyway because
Okay.
they'll need them to help count. So what they'll do is just tally on the back of the kids' t-shirts how many laps they've done.
Okay. All right. So if any volunteers are available, please let Mrs. Higgins know. And then we will provide drinks and snacks for that day funded by the PTL.
This is all in the afternoon. For today.
It's all day.
It's
So
all day.
I'll send out a volunteer sign up with the times and what grades are going to be going when, because you'll want to be here if you can for your student.
Right.
And it does include pre-K. So
Question, I know the menu's already out, but if you wanted, we could switch hot dog day and like do a cookout. If that would make things easier
that's fine.
instead of having an indoor
Sure.
lunch.
We can talk about that.
Any ideas for snacks? Should we provide bottles of water and then grab and go?
Like bananas are always a good thing if you're running.
Bananas are like promoted.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Get some salty snacks, maybe some cracker packs or something. Okay. And then water. All right. Okay, so that is the fun run on the 21st. The next event that we will be working on is the spaghetti dinner. And last year was the first year we did this. It had a really, really great turnout. We raised over $3,000 from that. And so we were hoping to do that again. And the date for that is Thursday, October 12th. We do in-house dining, and then we also do a carry-out. And so kind of the next on the agenda is we'll send out a sign-up sheet or a sign-up genius for volunteers. So we need help with setup in the kitchen, people manning the clearing tables, refilling salad, dessert, water out in the gym area, and then people filling to-go containers and double the spaghetti noodles. So
Yeah, last year,
and less salad.
Less salad is what I remember.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Yeah.
last year we had them bring in like pounds of spaghetti noodles for donations, and then I think we did salad dressing.
Mhm.
We did have some donation of hamburger last year, but that person is unfortunately no longer at St. James. So if anybody does have some hamburger that they would want to donate, I can definitely store that in the freezer here. And then we also had somebody donate a ton of sauce last year, but I did find where they got that sauce, and they do have it available. I took a picture of it. I would have to find it. I want to say it was like $6 a kilo.
Yes. And I think the Russells are on here. They're listening in. They had soccer. So even not that they have to pay for it again, but he said he could
get it.
for us,
Okay.
and we can definitely reimburse you the Russells as well.
Yeah, I'm still good to get that. I checked the other day and we had quite a few in stock at Dorothy's Market, so I can pick it up whenever.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much.
I'll look in our notes from last year and see exactly
How many
we
cans?
used.
Okay. All right. Okay. So we will do a sign-up sheet via Fast Direct for helping and for donating noodles and salad dressing as well. So, okay. And those are the most recent ones. But before we know it, and we'll talk more about the next meeting, we will begin plans for a soup supper January 8th. So last year, Spring Fling was pretty early at the end of February, and we felt like we didn't have a lot of time between Christmas break and Spring Fling to do another event. But this year we have a couple more weeks since Spring Fling is later, March 16th. And so we were talked about doing a soup supper, but to go only. So that way people can get their soup, go. It'll go with some bread and have a variety, maybe chili, chicken noodle, that sort of thing. So that's kind of the plan. But the biggest one that we will start on in November is Spring Fling. So Spring Fling is our annual. It's a big fundraiser, annual adults night out, dinner, live auction, silent auction. All of the classes make different project that parents can bid on to win. So it has, your child's imprint on it, and you have to bid against all the rest of the parents. It's quite a bit of fun. But we also have a ton of donations, big donations, small donations. Sometimes there's packages to baseball games or tickets to different events. We had a big Yeti cooler last year with a meat package. So lots of great prizes or items donated for that silent auction and the live auction as well. And we'll hold it at it's the Quincy Holiday Inn, and it always has a theme. And so the first two action items we have is to vote on a theme, and then to start getting groups to start calling people for what we call like the item procurement, the item donation. So we ask for parent volunteers. You can take 5 or 10 businesses, call them, and then the businesses you call, you would pick up the items and just bring to the school as well. So we'll be doing a sign up for that as well. Any questions? And we can go into more detail and maybe get some stuff going at the October meeting, because we start that, I think mid-November is when we actually send the letters to the business. And then we just need people following up and calling. And a lot of times the businesses are more willing to donate before December 31st for tax reasons. And so that's why we kind of start early. But March 16th, so the two recommended themes this year are a Western theme, and the other one was Party Like It's 1776, so patriotic theme. So I've gotten, when I share that, I have a feeling I know which way the vote will sway, because I've already gotten quite a bit of feedback. And then I was asked, are you going to dress up like the Statue of Liberty? And I was like, if that theme gets voted, I will come dressed as the Statue of Liberty. You can dress up. So sometimes we've had, what themes have we had in the past?
There's a luau theme one
We've
year.
had last year was Under the
Masquerade.
Sea.
Under the
Yeah,
Sea.
we've had a
I think it was
Derby
Yeah.
one, yeah. Mardi Gras,
Saka.
yeah.
Yeah, people come dressed up, and it's
You don't have to though.
kind of fun. You don't have to. You can just wear, regular clothes, but it's fun. Josh will bring his musket. No, it's fake. It's like a kid's, toy. Anyway. But, so we can either should we do like I don't know if we want to do a vote here on the theme so we can at least start planning, or do we need like a email vote where I send it out to all parents, like a whole school vote
I
and
think you
see?
can just vote here tonight if you want to.
I think,
Okay,
I think that we should go.
just account. And then any of you online, if you want to type in your vote, either Western or patriotic, you can just type it in type in the chat, and then we can do a show of hands here. So anybody
What they're
for, if you're wanting to vote for Western theme, raise your
I don't
hand.
really care.
You don't care.
I'm neutral.
Patriotic,
Sure.
a show of hands. You like the patriotic? Okay. Online patriotic is winning as well.
Okay. Check.
Party like, yeah, let's party like it's 1776. It was catching on only because of me dressing as Lady Liberty.
Maybe you can start jumping on stage after Halloween.
There we go. That's what I. Last year I went as seaweed. It was just a sparkly green dress, a sequiny green dress. I said I'm dressed as seaweed. So we have one Western, one indifferent. Okay,
What? One Western.
one Western.
We've done Western before though, so this would be
3,
something totally. Western's not a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say one of my girls was in preschool when that happened. So it's been a day or two. It's been a day or two ago.
Mike went by himself.
Oh, so we.
I was looking at your people.
Oh yes, that's Zimmerman, Camille Zimmerman.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Mhm. All right, so I think Party Like at 1776
Yeah,
won.
that one. Same person. right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So it used to be in the past, and we can talk more about this too. Menu used to be associated with the type of theme. Last year we didn't. We just did a general chicken piccata, salad, potatoes. So those are some of the things that we'll talk about. Keep in mind dinner ideas, and that's done by Tony's too. And then we'll get procurement going and people signed up to start calling businesses at hopefully the next meeting. We'll have those teams, get those teams set, and then start, with invitations and things like that. So if anybody has a creative side and likes to do designing, let me know. If you're interested in making a invitation. Kristen,
I can do it again.
can you do it again?
Yeah.
Okay. You did a great job. It looks good.
I think that we have
I didn't think about a lot of the time that it wasn't in color, so I'll make sure that it looks okay in black and white this year too.
I thought it was great. I thought it turned out really well. There were so many compliments from last year's spring fling, mainly like the location, the food. We do usually have like a signature drink, so there's cash bar as well. So it's a fun time. And then last year, was it a little over 20,000? 20,000?
Yeah.
We do 20,000 last year. 21,000. But it is March 16th, so mark your calendars.
Yes. 20,270 was our revenue.
20,270 is our revenue. So our goal the year before I think was 18. So our goal is to beat that every year. So it'll be a fun night. Any other questions before we move on to the treasurer's report about events or fundraisers?
And we obviously have some time since it would be the soup supper, but maybe think about what we could have families bring in as donations for that.
Good idea.
To take away a little bit of the expenses like we do with the noodles and salad.
Absolutely.
What we could, I guess we should decide what kind of
Soup we're making. If we're making them from scratch or
Yeah, that was one thing too. I tried
Yeah.
some at Kohl's and we would definitely make a lot more. We made them ourselves rather than just buying cleaning.
They're pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very.
I think people would probably appreciate it too. I
I'm
just
not-
think like it'd be something different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. We can pull
So
up
send
some.
us your soup recipes.
Yes, there we go. I do, but I mean, I do make chicken noodle and chili at home, but my chili has a lot of vegetables in it, so I don't know. If people like that. We'll see. Maybe we should have a mini
Soup cook-off.
soup with PTL. Who's all right? Who made chicken noodle number 3? We're gonna make that one. We'll try it out. That's a good idea. All right, treasurer's report. Do you want me to give you the mic here?
All right. This year we started the year with $32,165.06 in the account. Our budgeted expenses for the year, plus an extra $3,000. We always want to keep a minimum of $3,000 in the account. So we have the total as $30,925. That includes $2,000 split between all the teachers for their teacher wish list. They got those over the summer. We have $250 for the science closet budgeted. I have issued the check $500 for library funds, and the fine arts gets $500 as well. We have $200 for staff appreciation, which is in the springtime. $250 for awards for the kids. That's just different things throughout the year that they get. I don't know exactly. Renee hands those out. We have $50 for pastor appreciation. I'm not sure when that comes. I thought February. February, okay. And then this year we are doing $18,000 towards teacher aide salaries. And then we have $500 budgeted for various. Then we have the spring fling and spaghetti dinner expenses. And we do not have soup supper expenses budgeted yet, but we will talk about that as it gets closer. And then we have the fun run snacks budgeted, and then school store that happens on the last Friday of every month. We have $125 budgeted for any refilling of those items that we need to do. That is something we need to talk about. 7th and 8th grade is in charge of that this year, but I do believe we probably should have one adult as well. It does get a little crazy. I helped out in August, and I'm definitely willing to continue to help out, but if we could get one adult there to help the kids. I also think that maybe we should discuss going with the smaller items and maybe keeping everything at 25 cents or even 50 cents, because a lot of the kids kind of just hold out their hands and they're like, what can I get? And so it gets a little crazy.
Yeah.
And
I
then
can help at school store on
Okay.
Fridays if you need me.
okay, yeah, it's just the last Friday of every month, so
Okay.
that would be great. We also have $300 budgeted for Dogwood Parade that we do every year, and that just gets candy and things to hand out. This last year it rained. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. And then we're hoping to bring in $3,000 with each the spaghetti dinner and the soup carry out. If we could go over that, that would be amazing. And then we have 20,000 estimated to hopefully bring in from Spring Fling.
Any questions? Any other volunteers? About the school store. It's just the last Friday of the month. Oh, I just realized I can't hear my mic.
No.
It's,
I have a question.
Yeah. yes.
I thought you said $500 for fine art.
Yes.
In the past, we used to get this.
To get 1,000. I think some of the. Did we always pay that out? I don't know.
Last year we did do 1,000, but we started the budget this year lower just because we only had the 2 fundraisers last year.
That's right.
That's why we added the soup carry out. So we did the library and fine arts as 500 this year, but maybe with the soup carry out we could do that next year.
We could see after that. Yep. Yep. Yes, I remember that. We did make some cuts from last year, and to still be able to support the aides as well. And then thank you for that reminder. So maybe we should reassess after January. We could do 500 for this semester.
Like I usually try to get it regular. So that's
Okay.
good.
Okay, that sounds good. So we do have Katie volunteered for school store. If anybody else online is interested in that as well, it's just the last Friday of the month, so not too many. We have 7th and 8th graders helping. I'm fine. I don't know if anybody, I'm fine doing everything 25 or 50 cents and doing those smaller items. Of course, we might have to work with Renee on what exactly we order. If we order, order items that.
And Renee, I am willing to take over the ordering too if it helps you out.
That's fine. I mean, that's fine with me. Absolutely.
I know you have a lot going on.
Works. You might want to check like Oriental Trade too to see if you
Yeah.
can get, because we get from like Getty's right now, and
Okay.
you're gonna lose money if you just do a quarter or 50 cents on some of the things that we get there. So
And we definitely don't have to. That was just, I think in August, I don't think I did it last year at all. I don't think I helped out. And so it was just a little crazy because we decided to keep everything 25 cents for this one. And you would just have kids up there grabbing, and I don't know if maybe on school store day we opened doors a little. No, yeah, I don't know. It just got
It does.
really
that's school.
crazy.
I mean, that's school store though. I think it's always
It just gets
crazy like that. And it's not really. I don't think it was intentionally be a money maker. It's just more for kids, kind of a fun event
Right.
for them. So
And I also I don't know if maybe one day the 7th and 8th graders could kind of come down and like look at things because they just had no idea.
yeah,
what
it was
they
the
were-
first time for
yeah.
them too. So it's kind of a learning curve for everybody, but
it's intense.
it is even with adults there. It's,
It is. Yeah.
That looks good. Thanks. Here you go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, one girl one day wanted an eraser, and she's real little, and all she had was like a nickel. And I was like, okay, here's your eraser. You know what I mean? To her, it was just
Yeah.
a coin.
like, yeah,
Here, I'm paying for the
Kids
item.
with
So,
gold coins and you go,
Yes.
"Oh, here I have a quarter." I'm like, no, that's $1.
no, that's Aladdin's Castle coin, but I guess we'll take it. So, but yeah, we can. I mean, I think if we keep the majority of 25, 50 cent items, but I think some of those nicer pens and stuff, the older kids
Yeah,
like
they-
too.
yeah.
Which, I mean, sad story, but school store day, I was like, Evelyn, I have your school store money. And she was like sitting, she's already in class. She's like, I was like, oh, we
Past it.
okay. All right. Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought everybody would, but
And maybe we can get some things that the older kids would be more apt to want to
purchase
come get.
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe ask her.
the
Some of the
pens.
8th graders might have a good idea of what to reorder in stock, as long as it's reasonable too, if they're helping to run it.
Mhm. That's true. Okay.
They
Well,
might
thank
have better
you.
idea.
Thank you for taking over the ordering. I mean, if you wanna chat or
Yeah.
see what we're not order. If you need help, let me know. All right. And Katie, thank you for volunteering. I think that is it. Is there any other questions? We do have a few things that she mentioned that aren't on our events list yet as they come around. One of the other things, staff appreciation. We always provide a lunch and a little gift that they can take, that the staff and faculty can take home. And then typically try to do something for the end of the year event as well. So anything I'm missing? Anything? Okay. All right. Well, short and sweet. 34 minutes. It wasn't an hour. Thank you all. Thanks everyone online. And if you do,
If anyone does want to go ahead and sign up, the paper that was passed out on back to school night has a QR code to the sign up genius.
oh yes,
If you want to get first pick.
yes, there is a QR code on the paper on the back to school night. We
Yeah,
can,
I think Renee posted it the last couple times on
Mhm.
the,
Dojo.
yeah.
yep, it's on Class Dojo. You can sign up first for those events. And tomorrow is free dress day for your child if you attended tonight. So
6 people.
6, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. All right. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Our next meeting is October 5th, Thursday, October 5th, 6 o'clock.
That's a half day of school as well. So.
Oh yeah, it is half day of school. And then a little bit of a break, right?
Yeah.
All right.
16.
Alyssa, did you have a question? Did you raise your hand?
No, I hit the button.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. All right. Thank you all. Meeting adjourned.
Thank you guys.